Welcome to Accelerate Your Best Life. We're so grateful to have you guys here. My name's Tom Worth. This is Zack Bradley. His media company is What Does This. And what do you call that, Zack?
Mustached Media. Go check out my Instagram and my Facebook. Make sure you give them a follow. Just trying to get some extra business out there.
Perfect. Well, you do a great job, and I'm just honored to have you be able to do this with me. And you know, we've talked about this for a while, and you know what my vision is, and I think your vision's grown into that and what you want to do as well. But as we team together, we just kind of grow together. Wouldn't you agree?
Oh, I agree 100%. That's something that I love. I love that you have your own ideas on things and I have my own, and we can come together and collab and clash that all together, and we kind of have a vision together. Something before we get these videos started is me and Tom just have a little talk, just kind of go over some ideas and run down some stuff. And we both, I feel like, always align with the same energy and on the same page. And that's one thing I just have to say I appreciate from you.
Yeah, and it's awesome. And as you notice, we go without notes. We kind of just shoot from the heart. What me and Zack's doing here for us is really for you to accelerate your best life and be that very best person that you can be day in and day out, moment to moment. Life is hard. Wouldn't you agree?
Oh yeah, it is not easy.
But isn't it awesome?
It's so awesome.
When those challenges and darkness comes and you can just plow through that knowing there's light at the end of the tunnel.
So much light, and it just makes so much more hope, and having positive energy and adding to it. Because you can start to build, you know. You gotta find your foundation, but once you do, you build and you build and you build. Then pretty soon one day you're looking up at a skyscraper of yourself that you built, you know.
And that's awesome. And then once you get to that skyscraper, you look at the next one, you know, because we're never going to arrive.
No, I'm building a city.
Right? Absolutely. And there's a lot of people coming with us, and we welcome you guys, and we welcome your comments. Please like and share. Zack's the very best at that, teaching you how to do that stuff. I'm kind of new at it, but just like and share, comment, and hopefully we go in a direction that maybe, I know a nugget's going to be out there. It's just a matter if you choose to grab it and take it. But if you notice, a little bit about today's program is going to be a little bit change it up, because you think about in 5 years, where you're going to be in 5 years. You can see it all you want, but if you don't change it up, what are you going to get in 5 years, Zack?
Might just be in the same place that you were 5 years ago.
Well, that's a pretty damn good possibility, isn't it?
It's a huge possibility.
Right? And I've been through many of 5-year spans and ended up there thinking I was going to be better, but I really didn't apply it and do the disciplines that I needed to do. And that's why I'm sharing at my age group what I've been through, where I came. We got Zack at his generation. He's quite a bit younger, but we're just trying to attack all age groups. And we've talked about this many times in our thing.
Yeah.
Is we just want to resonate with everybody. And hopefully we will more often than not with the majority. Okay? We're going to say some things that maybe you don't disagree about, that you're going to disagree with. And that's okay.
And we want to know about it. We want to know why you disagree. Put it in the comments. Let us know. The more talk you give us, the more feedback, the more stuff that we get to think about. And it just keeps rolling like that. So anything that you have to say, leave it in the comments. We would love to know, negative or not. You're not going to kill our energy. You're just opening our minds to maybe new possibilities, right?
Yep, absolutely. And we're going to look at everything. But if you noticed and you looked at our videos prior to today, we did a little bit of change up already today, and you guys may have noticed or may have not, but we've switched chairs. But we just do the little things, little change. And it just takes little steps, you know, to grow forward into where we're going. And the cool thing about it is being aware of it. Because if we're not aware, we can't make a change. But it comes to be, what I've found, Zack, is you have to really take a look on the inner side of you and be honest. Take a notepad, write questions down. This works for me, this works, this doesn't work, this doesn't work. and kind of do a pros and cons of really a good evaluation of where you are and be honest. It's okay. Honesty is the key. Be truthful with yourself. You know if you're telling lies or not, that interchange with you, and only you know that. It's not our job to call you out on if you are or if you're not. That's your job. The thing about accelerating is individual journey. We each have an individual journey. Zach's got one, I've got one. We're just different people, but we're growing together, going to where we want to go in our visions. What do you think about that?
I think all that's super awesome, but at the end of the day, I think the thing that kind of sticks out to me the most on all this is having action behind it, and action to get you to where you want to go. Because you can vision yourself 5 years out, yeah, just like Tom said, and all that. But if you don't have action, how are you going to get your goals? How are you going to get to all that? And it's just like him saying, writing stuff down. And for me right now, I'm trying to get my perfect routine figured out. And I don't know if you ever will get your perfect routine. I don't know if you'll have all that, but you'll have perfect days. You'll have those days that you hit it and you feel really good. And my ideal routine is having some time in the morning for me, just kind of get myself ready and prepared for the day, roll into my day, and just know that I'm already ready for this. And then have my night too. Have a little bit of time for me and my girlfriend, or someone that I just feel is special, and that special person might be myself. But that biggest thing I think is having action behind stuff, and how you see yourself getting to that next level, that next step. For me, it's my routine, but it might be something else for you. It might be, how do I make the most progress in my workday? How do I get farther in my workday? How do I get out of this workplace? Like, it might be that. So you might be trying to figure out what kind of actions that you need to take to get you there. And not saying you got to have crazy big action that's like, oh, I got to do all this right now. Sometimes it's as small as changing seats.
Be kind to yourself. That's great you said that, Zach. It doesn't have to be a great, big, huge step. You don't got to take 10 steps all in one. It's just identifying and being and taking action, big. Without action, you're never going to get to that place you want to be in 5 years. Another thing I just caught off on, and we talked about it a little bit a while back, we was talking about how powerful the mornings are. And you know, I used to not be a morning person, but man, and I always told myself I wasn't a morning person, so what happened? I wasn't a morning person. Because my mind, I told myself I wasn't a morning person, so sleep in till noon. That never did any good. That's why I was the same place in 5 years. But the cool thing about what you shared was you time. And that morning, I agree 100%, that just sets the day and the energy that you're taking into it. You know, your meditation, I do. I get up on first thing, that's the first thing that I do. Get myself right that way. Then I go into the physical, all that. I know you like to take your dog out for a walk and just feel nature. Yeah. All these things are accelerating your life, I promise you. Even the little things. You may think, I mean, I went on so many years that I'd be walking. If I took that same walk today, I would notice the stuff along the way that I just was such a race. My life was just a rat race. Yeah. But I created that. Right?
Yep, in your mind you did.
And then one thing came up one day and it said, slow is fast. Slow is fast. That's a pretty amazing thing, because I used to think I had to get there fast. But as what I found out is, as I was rolling fast, I was redoing things. So I just took a breath. Now, this is just how I work it. And slowly progress. Take the actions, be aware, and just watch my surroundings and attack as I need to. And listening within myself. That's how I've been able to get farther along in my journey.
Yeah.
But man, I'm just telling you, the emotional, the misery, the chaos that went on inside of me because I was chasing that damn dollar. mean, I love money. You got to have money. It rates with oxygen, right?
Yeah.
But it's not the first thing.
Not at
First
all.
thing is you.
Yes, it is.
And me.
Yep.
And you. That's the beauty of all this. So.
And I definitely agree with that. And then that's a big thing that we've talked about a lot of different stuff, mindset, self-talk, but it all ends up in the same place. You end up going, if you're doing it right, you'll feel like, and I just to talk about something, I was telling Tom right before we got into this, I'm just feeling super overwhelmed with so much. That's because I'm trying to take a bigger bite off things than I need to. I need to do this, 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 blah, blah. And I got these lists of stuff I got to do in my head. I got to do this video, I got to do this, I got to do this picture, I got to go help this guy, I got to do all this. And I'm like, I got to do it all right now. And, you know, just coming up to do this video and talking with Tom, it's given me a chance to pull myself back, to get out of those thoughts that I've been in all day. All those different little things. Okay, this. And sometimes you do just got to take that time just to pull back and be like, okay, I am taking a bigger bite out of this. What can I divide up? What little pieces can I take and start with and start to head up and do and this? And maybe it's texting this guy and letting this guy know something and just working to work all that anxiety into and overwhelm into a different light, because you don't have to feel like that. And it's made me happy just to realize this and be here with you and to talk about this, because it was changing my mindset. Right. One little thing, and that was coming up and doing this, and I flipped, and now I'm like, I'm not overwhelmed. I'm not feeling crazy. It was all of that I let build up all day. And that's something that I feel like my generation does, is we hold on to things and we sit with it all day, or one thing, or maybe you're overwhelmed with 25 things and you let it sit with you all day, and now you're shut down. You're not doing this. You're not executing because you've just overwhelmed yourself. And that's what I did today. And I shut down, and I felt like it didn't have as much of a productive day as I wanted to. But it was taking that one moment of change, that 1 minute, just to sit back and think and even talk to someone. I talked to you. I sat there and talked with you. And even for a minute, I got all flustered, had to walk away. But then I was like, Tom didn't deserve that energy. I didn't deserve that energy. I didn't deserve that energy all day today. So I have a game plan for tomorrow of how I'm going to come back, realign my energy, and attack, and have an attack plan for that day. And that's just a small little thing, you know?
Right. And it's a moment-to-moment deal. I mean, it's all about progression. Are we perfect? Absolutely not.
No.
Are we going to be? We're not. But we're going to be better. We're going to be better people. We're going to love more. We're going to care more. We're going to share more. We're going to help people, right? But it's just interesting that race, that rat race, and it's not just so much your generation. I think most of my generation's still in that situation because they haven't caught on to change. Change is going on, but it's a choice individually.
I agree.
And it's asking us, am I really truly happy with my life? Is it a facade? Are you letting your ego overwhelm you? Or are you really just sitting with yourself and being still and just wanting and desiring more? Not everybody dreams or has a vision. And it's sad to me. It actually breaks my heart. And I just pray that we can teach and do, and stuff that we share here, that we can help people dream.
Yeah.
And play a movie in your mind. And as you're going out and you're doing whatever you're doing at your job, and you're doing your best at that, but some level there's something, a video or a movie playing on in your mind, and it's really the life that you're creating. It's kind of a weird deal. So if you catch yourself doing that, you're on. It sounds weird, but you're on. Vision, dreaming. It's not daydreaming. He hit it on action. Without the action, it ain't happening. That's the promise. Work ethic, you have got to be moving. And we're not saying racing, right?
No, not
One
at
step
all.
at a time.
One step at a time. And with change, it could be something small. Like we said, you don't got to change everything at once, but maybe one of Tom's philosophies is you should get off your phone first thing. You shouldn't get on your phone first thing in the morning. And I know that's a habit for a lot of people. And maybe if that's something for you, maybe instead of scrolling through all the medias, going through all this different stuff, you just switch up some of your content and get some positive stuff. So at least if you feel like you have to get on your phone right as soon as you wake up, you're seeing something that's positive, that's hitting your mind with something good, something to help you be better, something to help you do better, something to help you speak better, just to get better in all around. And it could just be one small thing like that, right?
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, technology, it's cool. It can be used for good and it can be used for bad. I mean, I just don't, you talk about that, the positive, my meditation, I put off my phone. I'll put my headphones in, I'll set it off, but I just don't try not to have the screen time. But I use my phone for that because I have access to all that stuff through YouTube and the videos and stuff like that.
And you should utilize it, right?
Absolutely, because you can use it for good.
Who's your favorite? You talk about him all the time. Why don't you share?
I got many, but Joe Dispenza changed my life. Abraham Hicks changed my life. Ed Milet's changed my life. So what's funny about it is I've got a desire and a want. So I'll be listening to one for a while, and I'll time and time again. I need things listened to repeatedly become knowledge.
Yeah.
So I'll listen to it 10, 20, 30 times.
I love that.
And then all of a sudden I'll listen and it says change up. Because I'll just get on my phone after my meditations. I know what meditations I go to, and I use Joe Dispenza on all my meditations in the mornings. Great guy. I haven't met him personally, but one day I plan to. And I'm going to go to one of his retreats. He's got a lot of stuff out there offering. But not to go back into that, Joe Dispenza has changed my life.
That's good.
For the better. I mean, a lot of that was, you've seen the change in the last 3 years.
Yeah. I've seen Tom go from a person that is harder to pull his emotions back to someone that just has a full grip on his emotions. He knows how to hold things. He knows how to take a minute in, reevaluate, reassess, and reattack. And that's something that I have a lot of respect on Tom. But real quick, I wanted to share. So those are some of Tom's. A couple for me is one of the biggest ones that got me, I would say, into a better mindset was Rich Piana. And my brother got me into Rich Piana. I know he's kind of more bodybuilding content, but the stuff that Rich Piana says applies to all life and business. He always talks about the 5%ers, and I encourage you guys to go watch his content. And the other one for me would be David Goggins. Those are two that I listen to David Goggins almost every day. Most of the time when I'm taking my dog for a walk, or if I haven't had a chance and just kind of had a little bit of a busy morning, I normally listen to him on the way in, or I listen to just a little snippet here and there. YouTube has reels or shorts, whatever you call them. And if I don't have time to watch a full 10, 15, 30-minute video, because we all see those out there, I'll just watch a 1-minute clip. And there's always 1-minute clips. And I've made it so that my YouTube, every time I hop on it, it's just motivational content. And so all my shorts that pop up are David Goggins, Rich Piana, just a lot of different people that I've watched that have helped build me up. But that's just the big thing, is who's speaking into your life? What kind of things are speaking into you? Do you need to change something on that side? Or are you letting negative people, negative things, politics, this and that all feed your mind that's like, no, the world's ending tomorrow, when it's not? And if it is, let the world end. It's okay. It's all going to be okay.
And I agree with that. I mean, it's so easy. And honestly, I did. I got caught up in it a few years back. But man, that's something fast to just take your energy away. What I believe and know is you can control your own world and your own life, and it can be a great life. And that's just a choice to do the things different. I mean, Goggins, what a badass, right?
Oh, yeah. So crazy.
Oh,
so
my
amazing.
God.
overcoming so much adversity in
Always.
life. Yeah.
You know, and his story, I mean, I challenge you to go out and listen to these guys' story. They all have one. I mean, I could go into detail, but I do know the story. I mean, Joe Dispenza, I know his, and what a challenge he overcome. Goggins as well. Milet's had his share. All these people that are teaching you that have good media, honestly, they're doing it for you. I mean, they learn a lot, and if they were right here right now, I think they would agree with us.
I agree.
They want to make a
100%.
difference. I get it. You can see it in their eyes and in their countenance. You can tell when you're listening to somebody if they're coming from the heart or they're just trying to get something. And that's the awareness that we're growing into. You know, as we accelerate our lives, we're picking nuggets. And what do you do when you're listening to that? What's really your focus as you're listening?
My focus is on how can I take this and apply this to me? What he's saying, how can I take this and maybe it's a hardship of this, and you know, not everyone goes through all the same exact hardships, but maybe it's something that's like, well, he did this and this hardship. I know mine's completely different, but can I apply that? Yeah, I can. Oh, whoa. This whole situation changed.
And that's exactly what I want to get to. I mean, there's nuggets. What we do here, we're going to have share nuggets. Something may apply, something may not. But if you just get one thing, maybe two things out of a listen, I think it's well worth it.
I think so too.
And that would make our heart smile if you at least grabbed one or two nuggets and you took them and applied them.
Yeah.
As we grow here.
A year from now, I want to see someone's comment that's like, started watching you and I changed this and this or did this and this is where I'm at in my life now. That's the kind of stuff I want to see. Me and Tom are very much building people type of people, and that's something that I've always been grown up and raised as is like that, and I'm sure you've been the same, because ever since I've ever known Tom, even through his challenges and changing, the one thing I've always noticed that's always been true to who Tom is even when he was going through stuff or you didn't feel like you're all put together quite there, you always tried to help everyone else and tried to build me up or give someone a motivational thing. But the thing that's the most inspiring is, as I've seen you grow, when you've become this person that you're supposed to become, supposed to be, this confident, what you put out, people listen to so much more and take so much more in, and they're like, wow, because they've seen you change. And that's like huge and just crazy. And so it's little things like that you could take, that a year later, a month later, 2 months later, a week, and your family might be like, who is this guy? He's a completely new dude. And that's okay. It's okay to step into those new places, but you got to grow in life. You have got to put yourself in a place to grow. And if you don't, you will be complacent. You'll stay in the same place. You'll stay at the same job. You'll stay with the same people that all just stay in the same areas of their lives because they don't accept growth, right?
Correct. And they don't choose, they get scared. I think it's fear that overcomes them.
I love that.
You know what I mean?
It definitely is. It definitely is.
I mean, at some level, they're comfortable, right? So they're comfortable, but even being comfortable, I think you can be miserable.
Oh, 100%.
I don't know if there is comfort, but I get more joy when I'm uncomfortable.
Me too.
More happiness, more peace. I think I change. I help, not say change, but I help people more.
You do.
You know what I mean? I think that's the ability of that. But one thing I was going to say about this as we talk about this, as you make that commitment to accelerate your best life and change and do things different, you're going to get your ass kicked.
So true.
You are. And I can sit here and sugarcoat it all day long, but you're going to get your ass kicked. But it's okay. Push through. You're going to experience dark times. I just can't tell you. You can do it. You can get through it. Make that decision to accelerate your life and push through the hard, because there's something extraordinary that comes out of it. Would you agree?
I agree 100%. And every time I don't grind and I take a day just to have a day off, do this, I feel like I get farther behind. And the days that I grind harder, grind longer, I feel like I get so much out of that. And I'm like, I won today. I did it. I put the action up front and I did it and I took today. And I'm the bully. I gave today a wedgie. It's me. I'm winning today. Today did not give me the wedgie. Today didn't rule me. I ruled today. And that's big, you know?
It is, exactly. No, and that's, it's just checking yourself, doing different things as you go through the day. And when it comes at nighttime and you're tired, your mind's going to get heavy, even during the day. If you have to, take a second and go close your eyes for a minute to get your mind clear because it's overwhelmed.
There's 1 minute meditations on YouTube. I recommend them. I do them every now and then. 1 minute can not throw off, but throw back into balance so much.
But it's all about getting to that state. What state do you want to be in? Do you want to be miserable, angry, hateful? You want to be full of love and joy? You're going to have to take actions on that. Creating yourself will create everything in your life forever, wherever that vision is that you want to go. But it's self-development. It's you. Only you can do that. Me and Zack, we can reach inside of you and kind of shake you up, but if you choose not to do, we can't do it for you.
It's just like you can give me all the tools for everything, but you cannot save me from what I'm doing or what's going on. And that's the biggest thing. And you hear a lot of these motivational people say, no one's coming to save you. And it's because no one is. We can give you all the tools, but we're not living your life. I'm not you. I'm not seeing your life through your eyes. You have to save yourself. You have to do things for you. You have to take action. You have to change. And change is hard. Change is not easy. No one ever said change was easy, because it's not. But I saw something really cool. It's about fall and the fall colors. And it's like, how cool is it to see? I'll have to think of what the saying is, and I don't know if I'm going to get it in this video. But do you know the saying?
I'm trying to think of it.
Trying to think of what it is. I'm sure someone will leave it down in the comments down below. I'm sure someone has seen exactly what I'm trying to say. I've lost it.
Don't you hate that when it's right at the tip of your tongue, and as soon as you go somewhere, you get it?
Yep. I hate that.
Yeah, and it's it will come. Anyway, it's just fun. But I know, and I've just had this impression that I know there's people out there that's watching this right now that are hurting, have a lot of pain, struggles, maybe going through a divorce, relationship problem, maybe some financial issues. Maybe you've experienced loss. But there's a lot to, and I feel for you. I've had a lot of challenges, a lot of struggles too, and I'll go into my full story eventually. But I had a lot of heartache and pain over my life, and what I found is with the heartache is I grew into a better person. I gained more love, and it sounds kind of crazy by the pain and the heartache and the hurt, but there's something about it that just molds you, and it's into that person that you are. And I just want you to know that I love you. I know Zack loves you.
I do.
Accelerate your best life. Mustached Media loves you. God loves you. Keep pushing on.